Back to the basics, dear singers and screamers. If you are someone who learned to sing and or screaming without any kind of voice training or without any teacher and you stuck, then it's always good to go back to the basics. Today in this video, I want to clarify a lot of things about registers because there's a big question mark, which one is which one. So first of all, please let me show you, let me demonstrate you which one is which one.
He calls me softly, somewhere inside. I give my all to have just one more night with you. I can see in you tomorrow. Everything we are, we never die. If I tend to look dazed, I've read it someplace, I've got cause to be. There's a name for it. That's a phrase that fits. When I bow down to pray, I try to make the words seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through what is worn out later into the unknown, into the unknown. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door.
We mainly, work with chest voice, belting, mixed voice, falsetto, and head voice. So let's talk about that. I will tell you now that why is it so important, the knowledge of the registers and the basics, and not just the knowledge of the registers, the knowledge of how to use the registers. And most importantly, screamers. I get these questions a lot. If I am a screamer, if I want to scream, why do I have to do clean singing exercises? So let's talk about that. We have two basic registers, the chest register and the head registers. These are the basics. Why? Because the chest voice has their own register because it resonates in the chest. Head voice has their own register. Head register resonates in the head. Everything else, the falsetto, the mixed voice, and the belting, is a parasite who actually use other registers, other cavities. Oops, pardon. So yes, the chest voice has their own cavity. The head voice, it has their own cavity. And the mixed voice, belting, and falsetto doesn't have an actual own cavity. So obviously we have the pharynx cavity, we have the oral cavity, we have the sinus, we have the forehead cavity, we have the head cavity. These cavities in the face, on that's actually the second part, the upper part of the face and the head, is the most important when you want to sing in belting or in mixed voice. Why is it important? First of all, to open the head register, because you cannot do belting, you cannot do mixed voice without using your head voice, without using the head register. If you're using only the chest register, you'll basically stuck here and you have half of the face unused. We need to be able to actually belt and use the mixed voice properly. You need to actually open all these cavities in the upper part of your face, and you cannot do it without the exercises, without head voice exercises, falsetto exercises. The falsetto goes into your sinus, goes into your nose register, goes into your cavity, nasal cavity, goes in. You can even goes into the head, the forehead. With the falsetto, you can open the nasal cavity. So that's why we need these exercises to actually open up these different registers. And once it open, then we can work with the voice, with the chest, with the mix. So you cannot stretch the chest if there is no cavity. So logical. Look, you go up on the scale. The chest register is over. You are on your heart palate. You actually go there and you can go up. There is a wall. That's where the heart palate is. What you need to do? look for a space, look for a hole. Where can I find more space to go higher? You need to find the space where to go. So that's why if you only think with the chest voice, then you only go up on a certain height because there is a wall, there is a hard palate. So you need to think to actually look for new cavities, new hole. Where can I go higher? Here in the back. And in the back, what sound you can use? Falsetto and head voice. And once you have that, then you can actually open more cavity, and then you can belt and you can mix. It's so simple and so logical. Screamers, why do you need actually these exercises? Why do you need, for example, the head register, the head voice? I tell you many times that there is no such thing that someone only teaches screaming or distortion, because you need the basics. When I actually use scales and I make you sing these clean singing exercises, it's not because I teach you singing. I teach you the foundation, that teach you the basic. I teach you that foundation, that all the screams and distortion comes on top. If you don't have the foundation, you're gonna stuck and you're gonna hurt your voice. Growl. The growl happens in the head registers. For the growl, you need your head voice and you need your falsetto. It's just the growl. Yell screamers. For yell scream, you need to be able to use mixed voice and belting, because yell scream usually happens on a higher, on the passaggio and higher. But if you only use this part of your voice and your face, that you're only gonna use your chest and you're gonna only push, because you are gonna actually reach your passaggio, and if you don't know how to get over the passaggio, then you're gonna push, push, push. If you know how to use this part of your head, then you can go comfortably, freely above the passaggio, and you can mix, you can belt, and then you can build a great yell scream. But you cannot do it without these basics. So when I do the exercises with you, I'm not teaching you singing, I teach you the foundation, to avoiding any kind of harm of your voice. If you go to a teacher who says that only teaches screaming, run away, seriously, because your voice is gonna like this. If you take yourself serious, if you want to be a professional singer or screamer, performer, and if you want quality in your singing and screaming, you cannot avoid voice training. You cannot avoid learning these basics. So if you're stuck somewhere, 100% sure that you are missing the basics, a few steps. So missing a puzzle of pieces of the puzzle. So, yeah. So basically, this is it. I think that's what I wanted to tell. Let me show you something. Singers. Let's see a D5. A D5 is something that you can actually sing in head voice, mixed voice, belting, and falsetto. Tick, 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 tick. So, but right now falsetto is not important. I'm gonna show you a head voice, mixed voice, and belting. This is the first one, the head voice. Then if you go forward, then you're gonna get the mixed voice, and you go more forward, then you're gonna actually use belting. Okay. That's it. That's simple. It's just layers next to each other. One more time. All right. If you have any questions, please post below the video. And of course, if you're interested in singing lessons, learning the basics as well, along with the screaming, distortion, or any kind of sound you desire, then you can find me on phoenixvocalstudio.com. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.